Hi, everybody. I'm Kathleen Byram, and I'm the author of Conversations with Donkey, a Bipolar Journey. I'd like to talk today about things that annoy me. Actually, when I thought about the title, I realized things don't annoy me anymore. Isn't that a miracle? I don't know, maybe it's in part because of the world situation we're in now, that it's so dire that the things that formerly annoyed me no longer seem to be important anymore. Perspective, you know? But I thought it would be fun to talk about some of the things that used to annoy me. One of them is tailgaters. People on your butt. And I understand if I'm in the fast lane and someone gets on my butt, they may need to go somewhere very quickly and it's important. I will get over. If I'm in the slow lane or the medium lane and there's room around me to go past me and someone gets behind me and tailgates me, that used to make me livid. I remember one time I was in Fair Oaks, California, down where the little hardware store and the other stuff was. And I was down in the what? I just lost my train of thought. Oh, I was in Fair Oaks, and I was driving. And there's a place where you pull up, and it tees there at the road. And these people coming this way do not stop. But most of them turn. However, they can go straight. And sometimes a person will. So I get to the stop sign, and there's a person behind me. And there's someone coming. They're coming. And I don't know if they're going to turn right because they don't have their turn signal on, or if they're going to go straight on. The person behind me honks at me. I felt such rage. The first thing that popped in my mind was picking up a tire iron and going over there. I almost jumped out of my skin. I was so mad. Nowadays, I don't drive. And that's just as well, because I don't see as well. I don't understand how the car works as well as I used to. I get confused by stuff. I get visually confused. I miss things that are visual. I could end up driving through a red light because I'm zoned out. And I'm just not fit to drive. I can't do it anymore. It's not safe. Especially in the rain. So driving, people used to make me crazy when I was driving. I was a courier, so I drove a lot, and I've been in accidents. Since then, since working at as a courier, I haven't had accidents after that. That was a lot of driving. But besides drivers driving me crazy, what else drove me crazy? Pettiness. There was a guy who made me mad one time because he wrote a letter using a little expression that I had used before against me to be petty. And I got mad. It had to do with the fact that he hadn't seen my last email. He didn't get it or something. I sent it, but he didn't get it. And so he thought that I wasn't speaking to him anymore. And he said something that pissed me off. It made me really mad. And basically what it was I had told him that I said, I say "puh" at that. And so he thought I hadn't written. He said in the title, say "puh." And he meant it to be petty. And pettiness drives me nuts. Even now, if I see somebody's being petty, it gets my guard up. There's something about pettiness that doesn't work with my vibe. Maybe I'm petty and I don't know it. That's a possibility. I have to check into that. I hadn't thought of that before until just now. What else used to make me crazy? Oh, everything bugged me. I could gripe about anything, and I did. I was a real griper, and I was lazy. Actually, I wasn't. I didn't used to be lazy, but I felt lazy because I didn't want to do all the work that my mother wanted me to do, like out in the garden and stuff like that. I was sensitive to that, especially heat. When I was a child, and I had to work in the yard, and of course it was in the summer that I had to do it, and it was hot and humid back in Indianapolis in the summertime, and I would swell up in my neck, and my eyes would swell up sometimes. I would get like rashy in here and stuff from dirt and sweat. I was allergic to things. I was allergic to cats, particularly Siamese cats. I was highly allergic to them. I outgrew it. I have 2 cats now, and I don't sniff because of it. If you see me sniffing, it's because my eyes are tearing up over something that has made me feel emotional. What else bugged me? You know, this seems like a fruitless effort. I don't know why I'm even having this conversation. Who wants to hear about things that used to make you mad? I wonder if I'll post this or not. I don't know. I feel like I need to say something useful now. Well, tonight I was on a show. I should say not tonight. This is 1:45 in the morning. Last night I was on a show. It was a LinkedIn interactive show where the people chat, and then they can see you talking as the host, and they can interact with you that way through the chat. And so I did that, and it was wonderful experience for me. And everybody was so kind. There was a little bit of joking around and kind of like insulting each other stuff going on in there too, but it was all for fun. It was play, and it was funny, and it was just, there were like 45 people total that showed up. I don't know, some people may have come in and left and stuff like that, but 45, and that's like double what I'm used to seeing. And we had 639 comments, which is like way over what we're used to. So I had the best time. I got to talk And you know how much I love to talk. I got to do it. And Max was so good about listening. Max is a good listener. It went really great, and I hope that you guys can see it if you want to. I'll put it in the first comment, the link to it. I'll do that. And it's like 10 minutes now, and that's probably long enough to bug you. But I want to tell you about my book, Conversations with Donkey, A Bipolar Journey. It's available at Amazon between $4 and $9 generally, although it lists for $23.99. It it is available at Barnes and Noble and Walmart, both online. But you're going to pay more for them there. You'll probably pay the $23.99 or something close to it. Anyway, I hope that you got something from this somehow. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to post it or not. Thank you so much for listening, and I'd love it if you would like, and if you like my videos, why don't you subscribe? That would be great. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.